So just to make sure that we understand how this type of function works, in the example with temperature we've just looked at, what is the temperature going to be? Written in terms of my F notation at the following times: at 1:30, at 2:20 p.m. and at 2:50 p.m. So really I just want to make sure we understand how time maps to the number line essentially, because of the fact it's a little bit odd. It's not like there are 100 minutes in an hour. There are 60 minutes in an hour, so you've got to be quite careful. So A, in terms of numbers, 1:30. So the way it was set up was the number 1 represented 1 p.m. and the scale was 1 unit is 1 hour. So 1:30 is, well, halfway between 1 and 2. So this would correspond to what? Well, the temperature, which is F, at the time 1.5. 1.5 represents the time 1:30. Next. Okay, so it would be F. So we don't know exactly what this is. I'm just writing it in terms of F notation. At 2:20. So what's this? Well, this is going to be... Well, 20 is what? 20 minutes is exactly a third of an hour. So we could write this in decimal notation if we want as 2.3333 dot recurring. It's pretty ugly though. Maybe if we write it as a fraction it's a bit neater. So you could write this as F of... So some people write this as 2/3. I'm not a huge fan of that because you can easily confuse that with multiplication. So let's not do that. So 2/3, well, 2 plus a third is equal to what? So this would be equal to 6 divided by 3, making the denominators the same, plus 1 over 3, that's 7 over 3. So I don't really need to do this, but this is quite a neat way of doing it. It's nice to write it as a fraction. Fractions, generally speaking, are really clean. Decimals can be pretty messy. Finally, C. So what's this guy? So this is 50 minutes. 50 minutes isn't quite as neat. And I don't really want to tangle with units, right? Or sorry, with decimals, because 50 minutes is 5... So let's get this right. 10 minutes is 1/6 of an hour. So 50 minutes is 5/6 of an hour. So we could write this as F of 2 and then 5/6. But again, I don't like that notation because you could easily think it's 2 times 5/6, which isn't great. So let's take a moment up here to think about things. So really I should be doing this in a different color just to illustrate that really it's my kind of... I'm thinking about things here. This is kind of my work, if you want. So 2 plus 5/6. There's no harm in doing these really simple calculations. It's good practice. But the denominator's the same. 12 over 6 plus 5 over 6. Of course, now that's 17 over 6. Okay, so let's not write 2 and 5/6. Easy to confuse things. Let's write 17. We're always looking for maximal clarity when we're writing things. We don't want to write stuff that's ambiguous unless we're absolutely forced to. And even if it is ambiguous, it's a good plan to clarify that really explicitly.